Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. The time is about 4:30 in the morning, and I've just been dropped off at this Namik, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I mean, it's not Namiko, right? So it's 4:30 in the morning, and people are arriving to work to start their shift, and we're going to go do some logging in Red Thunder. So first things first, let's actually head over towards the truck. Oh, make sure I don't get run over. That would be embarrassing. It's looking like a beautiful day so far. That's always good to see. Here she is. 750,000 miles on her. Let's go ahead and just start her up because she's got a different engine in her today. There we go. Just going to turn on the stage 1 lights, or the navigation lights, or whatever the heck they're called. So I hope everyone's doing very well. I think today we're going to do some logging, if we're able to, if there's any jobs going. But first things first, let's talk a little bit about what's under the hood of Red Thunder. Configure myself, step up a little bit here. There we go. That's almost a screenshot right there. So today we're using the Cummins KT, based off the mod, the Scot A2HD. I don't think I can even talk. And it's an interesting engine. I did a little bit of reading about this. I am by no means an expert. Just going to jump in the cabin. There we go. Oh, low oil. Yeah, it's an interesting engine. It's mahoosive. I believe it's the largest engine ever used in a semi-truck, or at least installed at the factory. It's 1150 cubic inches, so it's about 18.9, 19 litres, so it's big. And back in the day, and this is a 1976 model, it had 450, I think 600 horsepower, and there was a 525 model that was introduced as well. This particular engine's based on the 525, but I've detuned it slightly. I'll come onto that in just a moment. So yeah, it's big. And it sounds big. And it feels big. And as I'm going to talk about in a little bit, it's kind of expensive to run. It's an interesting engine from a few perspectives. I believe it was designed for the industrial sector. It doesn't have one cylinder head, it has 6 cylinder heads. And parts are getting a little difficult to find these days. So combine that with pretty poor fuel consumption. These things are ruinous to run. But sometimes the value in running an older engine's not the value, the financial value. So I'm going to go ahead and move off. Let's put it in gear. Let's get those lights on. There we go. Actually, no, let me go to the map. I set my waypoint to here, but it doesn't need to be. Now, do I want to go and get something from the mill up there or the yard down here? I think the mill. I mean, why would you come all this way and not drive to the mill, right? Anyway, so my particular engine's being detuned slightly, and that is just for the purposes of restricting the torque. I'm using the stock Eaton Fuller 10 speed. That has a design limit of 1550 foot-pounds of torque, but the KTA 525, which is what I'm using, throws out more than that. Throws out 1650 foot-pounds. So I restricted it. It doesn't make a difference to the maximum power it'll produce. That's produced it with less torque and more revs than peak torque, but it gives it a little bit less heave through the gears. Do you notice? Well, maybe if you're hauling a big enough load, you notice, but I haven't really so far. It doesn't have a lot off idle torque anyway. It doesn't make a difference there. Right in the clutch, doing all sorts of things you shouldn't do here. Okay. Let's get going. Stuff's starting to get up to temperature, which is nice. In terms of power delivery, peak torque is at somewhere around about 1300 RPM, which is nice. But obviously 1000 RPM would be preferable. I just need to tighten the railroad crossing just right. Assuming these people are going to start to move. Thank you. So peak torque's at 1300 RPM, peak power is at 2100 RPM, but, well, I would never normally use peak power. But then I was reading about how in the 70s trucks tended to be geared, so they cruised close or at the governor. Which is like, really? Wow. That's not going to be good for fuel consumption. And then a fleet manager. I love this part of the world. Oh, hold on. We're about to go off-road, so let's just pump up the suspension. Look at that. Can you even tell? Well, yes you can, because look. Fully lowered. That's not going to do the truck any good at all. Let's bump it up again. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, they came up with this idea of run slow, gear fast. Or maybe it was run fast, gear slow. No, it was definitely run slow, gear fast. So they dropped cruising RPM to sort of 1700 at revs as opposed to 2100 revs. Made a big difference to mileage. Who would have thought? Yeah, I would have thought, but there we go. Well, I'm using the stock 10 speed. So if I cruise at 65, I'm doing about 1550 RPM, which feels a little busy, but it's not 2100 RPM. And if I'm doing 55, I'm at peak torque. Depending on how heavy the load is I'm going to grab today, that's probably where I'm going to be. This is a thirsty truck. I've been experimenting with the KT, fine-tuning the mod and trying to get it just how I want it, and it's thirsty. I had managed to see 6 miles per gallon from it, but that was treating it very, very gently. Very gently, as in, oh, I'm doing 50, I better ease off a little bit. Oh yeah, that's with a light cargo as well. Carry something that's a reasonable weight, and it likes its diesel, but it's 19 litres, so kind of what do you expect? I wonder if we can go left or right here. Oh, we can. No, we can't. Oh well. It's worth a look, right? I wonder if I should have my four-way flashes or my hazard warning lights on, and my hazard light on the top. Well, not yet, because I haven't grabbed a cargo, but I think I will soon. Yeah, it doesn't like that gear. Let's drop down another gear. Doesn't really like that gear so much, but it's pulling through. Okay, the Deep Grove Forest products. Let's see, what have you got for us? Where's the foreman? What have you got? Let's do an external contract today. Forwarder, knuckle boom, a stumper, some logs, log stacker. That is a big, heavy load. That's going to be a challenge. I'm up for a challenge, I suppose. Wood shavings, another loader. It's a heavy loader. I kind of think I want to go back to Idaho or stay in Idaho. So what have I got? Well, not much. I mean, it's looking like it's going to be this mahoosive log stacker. Do I really want to try and carry 119,000 pounds? Haul that much with this truck? What's the worst that happens, right? Yeah, I know. We get it stuck. Alright, well, let's go pick it up. Yeah, this is going to be a challenge. It's not raining right now. I probably shouldn't have said that, because that will make it rain. But we'll see. Let's pull around the front. Let's take a look at this thing. Yeah, it's big. It's very big. Count the wheels on that bad boy. Red Thunder is of course running a 6x4 drivetrain today. I haven't used the mid-lift configuration for a while. When I switched to the MBM 15 for that worn tyre trip. If you haven't seen it, you should totally check it out. I switched to a 6x4, which I'm getting a little close to the logs there, which is going to be useful for this trip, especially if it rains. I've lined this up almost perfect. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to have to lower the truck because to get it underneath this. Didn't like that too much, did it? We might have just grounded things. Just ease it backwards. I don't think I'm centered. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm close. Okay. Let's reset my ride height. Stop that annoying beeping and connect up. There we go. Okay, now do I have clearance to get out here? Let's turn those on for a start. Oh, wow. I think I'm going to have to go full left-hand lock. Maybe I'll back it up a little bit, if I can. Yeah. I'll see if I can back it up a little bit. There we go. Just ease it backwards. I'm going to have to go full right-hand lock to kind of like clear this hazard thing here. Did I just stall? No, I didn't. So full right-hand lock. Yeah, it's just getting bogged down. The engine's getting bogged down. There's not that much torque at absolute low engine speeds. There's a real torque climb at sort of like the 1100 point, but underneath that, you've not got much to play with. Wow. This is already a challenge and I've not even left the yard. Okay, come on. Let's go. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. There we go. Okay. Strain it up. Now I'm figuring on I would be using a spotter to help me get out of the yard here. Okay, I'm going to jump back in the cabin. Watch this stacker in the mirror. Did I clear that? Yes, I did. Thank goodness. Just trying to clear all this forestry debris on the right. Side mirror there, not helping me that much, but there we go. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna hit this stuff. Okay, spotter time again. Okay, let's see if I can back it up a little bit. Good grief, it doesn't want to move off. There we go. Give it some left hand down. Swing it that little bit wider here. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't want to move off very quickly. It's probably useful because it saves me from driving like a chump. And I'm going to assume that I can just drive through these branches. Okay, I can. It's going to get bogged down in the undergrowth. That big branch would probably scratch the paintwork. Let's get it off the side. Oh, thank goodness, it's cleared. Okay, good. I might be keeping it in the very lower few gears as we go down this hill here, but okay, that was a little tough. I'm not going to lie. I'm hoping that would be a little easier. I know I've delivered from this yard before. I don't remember it being quite as difficult as this. Still. I mean, what better use for a big Cummins KT than logging, right? Okay, I'm gonna keep it at this speed if I can. Let's try some bit of engine brake. Yeah, that's not going to work very well, is it? That's skidding. She is skidding, I should say. And if you can hear a strange humming vibration, that's the controller telling me that I'm skidding. I was holding it. Okay. Let's kill the engine brake for a second and drop it down to 5th. A bit more engine brake. Yeah, I didn't like that. It's just skidding everywhere. I'm not going to use the service brakes right now. I'm just going to try and control the slide down the hill. See if it lets me do a chase view. Almost. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of working. I mean, we haven't crashed yet. Okay, let's jump back in the cabin. Gonna take this a little wider than that. Oh yeah, yeah, it's a little fast. A little bumpy, a little fast. There we go, okay. Now pull it to the left. Drop down another gear, use the engine brake. Let's assess this corner. It's fairly flat on the inside, so I think we're gonna be okay. So the inside here is exactly where the trailer's kind of going over. We haven't got the room to do much else than this, unfortunately. Okay, we're over the worst of it. Still going to keep it in 4th. Use a bit of engine brake as I approach this junction. Yeah, it's not really helping me that much. Just tell them where I'm going. I'm going to go right, then left. Nothing from this side. So these X's, they're not kisses. The game doesn't love me. It's simply where I'm not allowed to go. Or I can't go. Start to signal left because I'm going to turn left up here. I got to pull quite a bit forward. Although there's a lot of space there for my trailer to go over. I don't really want to mow the lawn with it if I can help it. Alright, that's moving off in 2nd, and that's probably not the best choice. There's somebody coming, and then full left lock. Let's jump to 3rd. Okay, he stopped for me. I mean, he didn't really have that much of a choice, did he? Alright, we're off. So far, that was a successful mission then. The very first few parts of the stage, but there we go. Alright, so let's get up through these gears, get up to 35. Oh, there's a train, okay. Left off completely and we'll coast down to this railroad stop. I'm going to have to use the service brakes because I've got a bit of weight behind me right now. Bit brutal shifting from 6th to 4th at that speed, but there we go. One of the mods I'm using can give me extra long trains every once in a while, and this might be one of them. Let's use the parking brake and put it in neutral. Yeah, that's a long train. Sounds pretty cool though. Wow, that's a very long train. Another couple of engines at the back. Oh, there we go. At least they've got that bit right. Alright, let's shift into gear. Take it out of e-brake. See there. There is that huge, seemingly just drop in torque. I'm going to double shift up to 3rd. There we go. Block shift, I should say. Okay. There's nothing coming on this railroad. There isn't. Stay. I'm going to pop those windows up because this is going to get real noisy real quick. And I think that's better. I think the road drops to a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit up here, so let's just put cruise on it to 20. And I don't like it when cars do that from the left. And just trundle through this village. Time for a sip of tea, chaps. It's not hot tea, I'm afraid. Sorry to disappoint you. Can't seem to get it over here. I'm all over the middle of the road there. Okay, now I gotta turn right up here. I want to stick to the left of my lane. I'm just going to use both lanes. There's no one behind me that I can see. Okay. Just reset my ride height just once more. Yep, it was reset. So there's a bus turning on this road. I can get there before it. So this is a bus. I don't like buses in this game. Hopefully he's turning off the road anyway. I may have cut that a little tight. Let's see. Oh, maybe just perfect. This is a long load to be taken through this town. Squeak through before the train gets there. Pop cruise back on, so... Oh, maybe it's 20 zone when there are school children present. Oh, given it's 5:30 in the morning, that's unlikely. Oh, a roundabout. Oh, joy. Okay. Well, let's tell people I'm going to go left. It's thankfully quiet. You need to give way to me, sir. Or not. I mean, you know, it's fine. You definitely have to give way to me. Watching this load in the rear. Please stop for me, Volvo. Thank you. That's stop, as in, like, go stationary. Got to swing it away to avoid taking out this this traffic pole and avoid everything else. I did it. Well, I never doubted it. Okay, I managed it. All right. Usually with something this big, I hit something. Or sometimes I hit several things. But so far, I've managed to do pretty good. So I'm going to go right and then left. Okay. Let's keep to the left-hand side of this lane. Hopefully the lights will turn to green just as I approach. I guess they're not. Well, they might do. No, maybe not. Although technically I can drive, turn right on a red. I don't want to get a ticket if I can help it. Okay. Okay, wait for the power. There we go. Gonna shift into second, even though there's barely any difference in ratio. With this much weight, it helps. And shift to fifth, and I've got to turn left up here. I see this medium duty trucks wanting to turn left as well, so I guess I'll sit behind this Suburban or Tahoe, I think, rather than just try and go up his left hand side. Okay, what's the hold up, people? Really? Why didn't we move? Okay. We should be moving now, come on. Did you chumps collide? That's the other one. So, why aren't you going anywhere, Mustang? This is turning into a long trip already. It's just not got its four-way hazards on. I think I'm just gonna, like, sneak round them. I might get a ticket doing this. In fact, let's do this. Let's turn my four-way hazards on, so everyone can see that I'm a hazard, and let's not take him out. Oops, I took him out. I guess we'll look over my shoulder on the left here and see what damage I cause. Well, I was right. I did hit someone eventually. It's not on fire, so I'm sure it's fine. It'll polish out. Let's kill the hazards. It's real close to the traffic. I saw in my left mirror, but I didn't hit any of them, so I guess I'm learning. take this that little bit wide. I don't see anything coming, which is good. Okay. It's taken me over 1 million miles, but I may have finally figured out how to drive something this long. He says, having just wrecked into a Mustang. Stay. And this is something that I still to this day find a little frustrating in America. It's the stop signs. And I get why you have a stop sign. It's to harm the environment because I've got to use all that power just to get moving again. Couldn't you just put a roundabout there with a small little bump that I can drive straight over? And you need to stop. Chump. Okay. So avoiding red pickups, we're finally on our way. Good grief, it didn't look like he was going to stop. That's not good. And this is also a stop, I think. Flashing yellow light. Well, take a picture. There, I was stopped. Give me lots of space, which is good. There's nothing coming, which is even better. Because if there's no one coming, you've always got loads of space, right? Okay, we're about to reach the highway, or the freeway, or whatever the heck it's called, the interstate, and it's raining. GA. I'm going to need plenty of power here, and I might not want to change up just yet. Let's keep it to the left. Let's give it full beans. Wow, it's a full beans, everyone. That's all it's got. Tell everyone I'm merging left. Ask everyone to let me in, depending on your perspective. Oh, looks like they're going to let me in, which is good. I think he's driving a Mustang, so he's probably heard about the other one. Whoa. A little rough on my steering there. Okay, so the weather's closing in, but we've made it this far with only one incident. Don't think I'm going to be able to hit 55, but I'll set cruise at 50 and we'll see what happens. And this is getting bad, this weather. Okay, well, there's a thunderstorm, that's why. So I'm at peak torque engine speed right now, and it's still slowly accelerating up. Working this Cummins pretty hard. See my dashboard, the average fuel consumption so far is 2.8 miles per gallon. That'll increase when I start to cruise. I'm going to select 5th. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going up a hill. I'm going to select 5th. Maybe now. 5th high, I should probably say. It might not be 5th high, it might be 4th high. I don't know if this transmission is configured as an 8-speed with 2 lows, or a 9-speed with a crawler. I mean, an 8-speed with 2 crawlers. Either way, 3 to the gallon. Good. It uses less fuel in the higher gear. That might be a bit artificial, but I'm going to take advantage of that mechanic as much as I can, because I'd really like to return a little bit more than 3 miles per gallon for this trip. I bumped up the price of my diesel in the game again, and right now, depending where I am, it could be over $300 per gallon. That's California prices. That reflects California being just expensive for fuel, but all the same. I think, yeah, we've got a speed limit coming up. So engine brake time, there we go. That sounds nice. Just drop it a couple of gears. Let's stress this transmission out a little bit. Yeah, got a red light. Oh, can we stop in time? Oh, thank goodness for that. The light turned. Let's try and lug it from 1,000 RPM. No, it doesn't like that. Let's try next gear down. There we go. I bet you these lights turn. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to stop, I'm going to stop, I'm going to stop, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to go. Oh. See, in real life, they wouldn't have turned to red that quickly, right? Surely fine. Well, I'm not going to try and accelerate to these. Yeah, they've just turned anyway, so I'm not in a town, so I'm going to use the engine brake. Let's just maybe hobble up to it. Just drop down through the gears. If I can keep it rolling, that's a big difference to how easy it is to get back up to speed, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. It's the slight red. Yay! I did it. Just since I can't see the light, but managed it. Okay. So I'd normally shift gears, or block shift gears I should say, but today I'm probably just going to use every single gear. So I guess I'm stopping, and now I'm going, and that took longer on amber, I'm sure. This game has it in for me. Another traffic light. Okay, well, I guess I'll kill power. I think it's red as well. Good, went to green. Let's tap resume on the cruise. For all it's not going to get up to the 35. Let's make it cruise at 25 then. So I've got another junction coming up. Another sip of iced tea. Yeah, we're picking up speed now. So quick tap of the engine brake. Tell everyone where I'm going. This is this way. Off with the engine brake. Back on the power. I've got to merge here. This might not be fun. Let's check the mirror. I don't see anything. Yep, I am clear. Whoa. Thank goodness there's no one coming. That's too high gear. There we go. Okay. Tap resume back up to 35. Let's see if it'll do it. Eventually. But under acceleration. 1.4 to the gallon. Excuse me. So I need to really grind those gears and use those revs, but at the same time, you're just throwing fuel out the back. Optimistically set the cruise at 50, but should probably drop a gear and just nail it to the floor, but I don't really want to do that right now. The speed limit changed to 45 and we're finally picking up speed, so let's drop my cruise to 50 if this is down a hill. Because of course getting up to speed's one thing, but stopping when you're at a speed is something else. Suggesting a maximum speed of 45 for this curve, well, okay. Gingerly feather this thing round. I'm gonna drop my cruise to 35. Yeah, we're picking up speed. And I don't think I included a retarder in this transmission because I'm a numpty, and I should have. No, I didn't. It's probably because I wanted to hit the engine brake. Well, I'll let the speed build up actually. Because generally if you have to go down a gradient, you've got to go up at the far side. And with how slowly this thing picks up speed and how little torque I've got moving off, if I have to stop on an uphill gradient, especially in the wet, I don't think I can get this thing going again. That would be a recovery, and that would be very bad. Because I can't reverse one of these. It's so many different parts of the trailer. managed to get to 50. I'm going to select cruise to 55 and use top. And it's suggesting 45 for this corner. Okay, didn't need it. That was good. Cruise back at 55. Let's keep the inertia, keep the momentum going. It's a little rolly. It's losing speed again. Everybody lean forward. Okay, we're cresting it. We made it. Immediately back off the cruise to 45 to not accelerate us down this hill, as I don't need to be accelerating that much. As you can hear, I threw on the engine brake just to control the speed. Okay. Turns out that 525 horsepower is overwhelmed with 119,000 pounds of log stacker. So watch for deer, watch for wildlife. I don't think I would be able to stop something right out in front of me now. So I would like to say that the countryside and scenery is really beautiful this part of the world, but it's heavy rain, a thunderstorm, and we don't really see that much. It's still beautiful, just in its own kind of way. Yeah, I'm bleeding a lot of speed here. I might have to change down to 7 again. Yeah, I will. This engine likes its revs. We didn't like that many revs, but there we go. Okay, that's interesting. It held itself at the governor, so that was more than a little brutal, David. I didn't need to drop 2 gears at that point. Just keeping it rolling. There we go. So under acceleration, I'm getting 1 mile per gallon. But I'm keeping it rolling. So what have I got? So 116 gallons of fuel left. Yeah, it was not that far a trip. So it's doing just good. Just fine. But it's gonna be at or close to full throttle at this gear and speed, and it's not picking up any speed. Holding 25, well, there we go, 26. Wonder what this sounds like outside. Let's just try. That's a little disappointing. I can just hear the rain, but nothing else. Oh, I can hear something. So that's probably one of the differences between, say, a Z-mod sound and some of the other mod sounds. This engine sounds great in the cabin, but outside you don't get much. The Z-mod sounds, you do. I'm losing speed and the crest is too far away. Let's drop it to 6. Okay. I want to be a bit more aggressive with changing down than I normally am, because I do not want to stop. Bit of 2-lane up here. I can presumably let lots of traffic round past me, because I bet you there's loads. Let's take a look. Yep, there's loads. Sorry everyone. Should start to see people go past me. All trucks right lane, okay. Coming up to a way station maybe. Yeah, we are. Curious as to how much this weighs. I think the truck itself is maybe 19,000 pounds, so it's about 138,000 pounds, and that might be full of diesel. We've burned about 1/3 of a tank off already. Okay, you're gonna get me to stop. This is where I find out. All the signs are there, it's open. No! Huh. I just want to stop anyway. I want to see what I weigh. No, I don't. Not with all the effort required to get back up to speed. Oh, well, thanks everyone. Appreciate you not pulling me over. Maybe it's because I'm staying in state. Maybe. We'll shift up at about 1750. So about now. And I might have to, I will move out for this guy. Let's help him out here. That looks like a heavy load too. Not as big as my heavy load, you know what I mean? But still a heavy load. And steep downhill. Trucks use low gear. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take that seriously. That's a little savage to use 8th, but I think I need to. Let's drop to 7th. Yeah, it's slipping its wheels. Okay, it's back to 8th. Yeah, falling off the road. That's good. And I haven't had to use the service brakes. That's also good. We made it. So it'll be the left-hand lane here, it looks like. Let's disable. Oh, I see. Okay, as I said, just disable the engine brake, but why? But I see why. So a bit more engine brake here. I should be okay at 30. I just don't like the word should. Bit more engine brake, I think. She's running away from us really, really easily down these hills. And back on the path. I'm going to try and hold 35, I think. Oops. Missed change. Meant to go up a gear, went down. Oh, there's somebody there. Sorry, sunshine. I scared him. Okay, now I'll move over. What? What? Did I run it? What? He must have run into me, right? Maybe? Surely? I've stopped at this truck stop many a time, and I wonder if I get pulled into it again. Yep, what do you know? Well, I've stopped at the truck stop. I've also had to stop at this way station plenty of times as well, so let's activate this. Yeah, it's taking a long time to slow down. I got to below 15 before I reached the speed limit sign. With my luck today, I get another speeding ticket. Alright, let's try second, and let's see if we can avoid stopping. 167, I was completely wrong with my assessment of weight. What do you know? That's a pretty heavy load. Alright, so I want to merge here. Oh, I can see. I can't really see that well, but I can see it at this angle. That's good. Is this white car going to let me in? Yeah, I think so. Not into that lane, but good grief, sunshine. If there were a collision between his, whatever the heck that was, and this £167,000 behemoth, he's going to come worse off, no matter how many airbags he's got. Okay, back off the power. Start the turn in. Want to be a little smoother here. Start the turn in, and yep, okay, a little better. Oh, okay. Didn't collide with anything. Try and be a little smoother on this corner as well. a little smoother. That had to correct at the end, that's not always good. So it's implying I can get a bit of speed up. Okay, let's see how well this works then, shall we? It hasn't so far. 36 miles an hour. Wow. Do I just want to drop a gear and just accelerate much better than this, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to. Does it make a difference? It's noisier. And not really. Let's go back into night then. Recommending 50 for this this curve, which is again a little optimistic. Let's bring it further right in my lane so I don't run into anyone. There we go. The limit's still 55. I wonder what this corner is. It's recommending 50, 55. Okay. I'm not even close to that, so that's good. The weather's improving a little. It's always good to see. And if I dare look right, it's going to look very, very beautiful. Yeah. I could pull over and take a picture, but imagine just getting going up this hill again. Yeah, it's selfish of me because there's going to be stuff behind me that's being held up. It's got no way to get around me with these double yellow lines, but I just want to keep the thing going. It's managed to hold on to ninth for a good while as well, and that's good. Now, here someone might think about overtaking me. Or going round. Looks like someone might be thinking about it in the mirror, but no, nothing. Because I'm just getting slower and slower up this hill. So on the left I'm coming up to another, I think this is a timber yard. And for the longest time I hadn't visited this timber yard. I haven't taken a delivery or collected one. I think it was one of the last areas on the map that I hadn't visited. Grangeville. And then it took me a while to find it. Glad I did. Just when I had 100% complete, they rebuilt California. I need to slow down for this left turn. I need to tell people I'm turning left. Oh wow, that's going to be a tough one. I'm going to do this dead slow. It's quite a narrow entranceway. I've got a bit of space here to use as well, which helps. Let's go for second. Full left lock. It's maybe a little early, so I backed off a little bit there and back on the power. Okay, so let's see if my trailer would have hit someone that was waiting there. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're dead. And we're almost here. Thank goodness, because this has felt like the longest drive. Time spent in top gear, not many minutes. Time spent accelerated to get to top gear speed, most of them. But you know what? That's okay. I didn't expect this to be a particularly quick trip, and I chose this engine because it could pull it. I was nervous about stopping, but I didn't have to. There's probably no point in going much quicker than 25, 24. SCS Constructions. I think I'd seen that before, but that's pretty cool. Okay, and here we are. Slowing down again because we can't get enough power to go up the hill. Oh, okay. Someone's coming out of the yard there. I haven't seen that before. That is cool. I gotta take this real wide, I think. There might be someone else coming out the yard as well. Okay, it's probably a little soon, but let's give it some full lock. Back off the lock a little. Are you gonna miss? Are you gonna miss? Are you gonna miss? You're close. But I think you're gonna miss. Yes. Hopefully I'm going to have an easy parking maneuver just coming up ahead of me. And if I can avoid stopping, I will. I can. Where should I place it? Yep, that works for me. Just up here. Oh, that's not as easy as I hoped. Okay, well. I guess we'll keep it as close to this ramp thing on the right as I can, just after these boxes. So we'll move it here. I don't want to switch to my external view. Let's drop the speed down to a crawl. So if I see it in my little side mirror. I think I'm too far away. I'm going to turn in. Yeah. Real danger of hitting this, but we'll straighten it up. That's pretty close. Maybe not as close as I thought. Can't see. Let's get those windows down. Yeah, I can't tell how close I am. But if I go left and straighten out, I shouldn't run into it. Shouldn't. I'm not sure it's going to be in the spot though. What I'll do now is just inch the thing forward at a couple of miles an hour until I might switch to my external view. Oh, still a bit to go. So I'm not really in the spot, but will it let me? Yeah, it will. Okay, so it let me stop, and that works for me. Oh, that was a long 233 miles. 43 minutes of driving time. The World of Trucks kind of game, so yeah, that makes sense. 233 miles to service 72 gallons, so that's about 3 miles per gallon. It's about right, I think. That was a big, long, heavy load and a lot of hills and gradients and curves. But all up, I am happy with that. I did better than I thought, which tells you I don't particularly rate my driving skills with heavy loads that much. Thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe for more. Have a great day. Goodbye.